What's up, traders? I've got 3 must-dos when you sign up for TradeZella. We're going to walk you through the platform here. There's a lot going on, but this is a must-have. If you're a day trader, if you're a scalper, if you're a prop trader, it doesn't matter. You've got to be tracking your trades in order to know what you need to improve on. Too many of you guys are just placing random trades, not tracking it, calling it testing, calling it joking, calling it gambling, whatever you want to call it. But it's holding you back from making more money, from seeing more consistent gains. Ask anyone that's tried TradeZella. They'll tell you they saw a more consistent result from their P&L when they started to track and know where their weak points are. But like I said, it's very intimidating when you sign up. There's a lot going on. So I'm going to break it down for you in this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I've got podcasts going up every single Saturday with some of the best traders in the business. I don't want you to miss that. Also, if you're going to sign up for TradeZella, use my discount code ASFX. There's a link in the description. That'll save you 20% on any membership with them. I want you to save money, but I also need you to start tracking if you want to make more money. If you want to keep being a degenerate and keep YOLOing trades and just hoping you get better, don't sign up for TradeZella. Keep doing what you're doing and you'll stay exactly where you are. So let's get into this, right? We're looking at January 1st to today, August 4th. First thing that I need you to see is that you want to really get to know this big add trade button. This is where we're going to add accounts, add trades, and track everything. As you can see here, I have 3 accounts. They're 50K accounts with Top 1 futures. The broker is Project X. A lot of you are confused about this. Project X is this platform right here. This is not owned by Top Step. It's not called Top Step X. That's just what Top Step made everyone think, which I think is a little, we're not going to go into that. That's not for this video. It's for another video. But for today, I want you to know that Top 1 Futures and many other firms that white labeled this Project X software, you can now upload those here by clicking Add Account at the top right and then searching the platform that you're trading. For me, it's Top 1 Futures. Maybe you're looking just to trade with Aqua Futures or something, Blue Guardian. You can see they're all listed here now with Project X. The Futures Desk, Tick Trader, everybody. So you can upload any brokerage almost here into your TradeZella. We're going to actually do that in a second for my trades from today. You'll see your stats at a glance here. This is really important for some people when they're making videos and want to market certain things to you. For me, all that I really want to see is my profit factor, my trade win percentage, somewhat important, and my streak. How am I doing recently? What's my biggest streak, my worst streak? You want to see your beautiful calendar, of course, here, right? You want to be able to go back through the year and see everything, all the trades you took, of course. That's down here. But where you really want to get familiar is in the report section. So the first thing you need to do once you upload your trades, and I'm going to show you that in a second, is get familiar with this new performance dashboard from TradeZella. This will give you everything that you need to see at a glance. But when you want to get more detailed, click Overview, and that is a really good place to come look at some of these important statistics. For example, your average hold time. I'm holding my losing trades longer than my winning trades, which is something I'm still looking to improve upon. Also, my average losing trade is actually bigger than my average winning trade so far this year. Total number of trades, you can see, number of wins and losses, right? Max consecutive wins, max consecutive losses. So you can get a good idea of what's working and where you need to improve. That's the first thing. The second thing you've got to get comfortable with is the notebook section. This is where I recommend, you don't have to, but I recommend you do daily report cards. A simple daily report card is easy to do. I'm going to show you right now. First thing you're going to see, we have folders. I'm in the daily journal folder. Then you're going to click at the top where it says log day, and you're going to select the day that it is. I already did today's right here, so we're going to do tomorrow's. We're going to click on the 5th. I have it saved as a template. I have weekly report cards and a daily report card. When I click that, it automatically puts my template in here. And I did that by just going into this add template button and customizing this myself. You can screenshot this and do it yourself if you'd like. This sets me up for the day. So if we look at today, I came in, my pre-trading routine, get my water, and then I mark it done. Perfect. I mark my trades. We're going to go over my trade that I took right here. It was a little scalp this morning. Mark that. And then at the end of the day, I'll come back in and put the markups for the day, trades that I could have been in, trades that I should have been in, whatever it may be. And then I'll do my end of day review, which, as you can see, if I click on like a random day here, some days I skip it because I've been trading for a long time and I slack off. But every day I make sure to document the trades I take with notes on the chart. Why I took the trade, what I was looking at, wins and losses, especially the losses. Please, this is not just for your wins. If you just scroll back to any day in here, Wins and losses, wins and losses. And then look, full video review here. If we go to my Twitter page, this is a video review of that day. Okay. So the more you give, the more you'll learn from these daily report cards. So I just gave you the template and I showed you here how to track the trades you do. I also just showed you in the report section how to get the statistics from the trades. Now let's actually put the trades in. So what we do when we're copy trading is we pop up the accounts. This is my leader. We first go to Project X and you click at the bottom here where it says export, right? And you make that pop up by dragging from the bottom here, click and drag up, the export button will pop up. You export the file and you come in here and go to the add button on the right side, upload the file right here off my desktop, and it's that simple. You can see at the bottom, import. I'm going to do it for all 3 accounts because they're copy traded. It's the same file. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. I just did it that quickly for 3 accounts, everybody. So you can track as many prop accounts as you want. Now we come in here and we'll see there's my profit from today so far on the 3 trades across 3 accounts. Okay. Now the trades are in. When we go to Notebook, you'll see when I look at today, the 4th, you'll see the 3 trades, you'll see the P&L, you'll see the commission, you'll see everything. That then should line up with what we see right here. I took a long entry this morning as we ripped at the open. We retested opening range high and we took the high of day VWAP. I teach this entry in my free course called Futures 101. I will put a link for this down below. If you watch this, it's totally free. You will learn that exact entry that I just showed you in chapters 10, 11, 12, and 13. You can go through 14, 15, 16. I recommend that, but the entry itself is taught in that 5-minute video, 12-minute video, and 11-minute video right there. That's the trade we took. I take this markup, I put it in here. So I can go back to any day. Look at all these days. Let's go back to 2023. Let's go all the way back. August 4th. Wow. The same day, 2023. 2 years ago, everybody. Look at this daily report card. News. I was doing news in the morning. Watch list for the day. Today's objective. Here's my trade. Let's take a look at what the trade looked like. Look at that. Look at that. 2 years ago, before I was doing a lot of VWAP, trading errors. What was the biggest lesson of the day? That's a great question to ask yourself in your report card. Maybe add that to your template. What was the trade of the day? It's another great one. And then here's my evaluation. So you can see I've been doing these for a long time and it's made a big difference in my trading. Click any day and you'll see it. Here's the trades. Here's the screenshots. Oh, look, this was the day I passed my 50K Top Step challenge. One of them, many of them right there, right? So like everything is back in here and I can always reference back to what was I doing well, what was working, and then what have I worked on to improve. More things to look at though. Playbooks. This is something everyone should be using. If we look at the playbooks and we go to all of my accounts, I've got a lot of accounts here. You'll see I used to use this playbook section in detail. The playbook section is important for you to track the entries that you take. I used to trade the A2. Now I trade New York VWAPs, key level plays, price plays, or like when I'm gambling and just doing random shit. As you can see, that actually hurts me. But then look, VWAP bounces, VWAP breaks. That entry I just showed you was a VWAP break. That's one of my most profitable trades. What I can do is click on the trades tab, click on today's trade, and then right here at the top, put it into a playbook. It shows you my entry and my exit here and here. Entry's the green, exit's the red. This was an anchored VWAP break, high of day. So I put it right there in the playbook. And then it adds that trade to the results that I see here in the playbook, right? Increases the P&L because it was a winner, shows you my average winner, my average loss, shows you my win percentage, shows you my profit target, everything. So playbooks, the way I teach people to use them, are for your entry signals. What are the ways, the thing you say to yourself when you take a trade to get into the market? That's what we're doing here. The daily journal itself, I don't use this section that much because I'm using the notebook section. But if we were to click view note, it'll pop up the daily report card. Okay. So this is kind of like a double overlap. So that one's not that crazy. You don't have to worry about that too much. The last thing I want to show you for today's video, the progress tracker, is probably what most people should be using. You want to come in here, start your day, end your day, build yourself a routine for you to track and see how consistent you can be over the month. At a minimum, you should be doing what I'm doing. I think because I've been trading so long, I get a little bit of a pass. I'm making money. I'm taking payouts. You saw I took 13K in payouts last month from Top 1 Futures. You can use the code ASFX and save money and try to follow my lead there and get payouts. But here, I just kind of slack a little bit. So I only do the notebook section. If you're a new trader that hasn't taken any payouts yet and you're struggling, I recommend using the progress tracker here. Now, I've got another video on my channel where we go into the back testing section here of TradeZella on the left side, and we go into detail with Lawrence about how he's using this. totally different video, much more to cover with that. But from today, hopefully you get to see with the tracking section what I'm doing with the notebook, what I'm doing with reports, why that's important, and how to use the playbook. Those are the 3 things you got to do. I showed you how to import the trades. Once they're in, you got to use the notebook, you got to study the reports, and you got to tag the trades in your playbook. Those are your 3 must-dos when you just sign up for TradeZella. Like I said, link in the description to save money on any prop firm, basically. ASFX is the code. TradeZella has a code. My custom indicator is down, link below. Every tool that I talk about on my streams is below. Also, Futures 101, free course, linked below. Everything you'll need down there. So make sure you're subscribed. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I will make sure to answer all of those.